Live from Harahan Playground, it's the Crescent City Sports Prep Summer League. Tonight, it's a matchup of perennial championship contenders as the Edie White Catholic Cardinals-based Rouse Markets team takes on the John Curtis Christian-based River Ridge Patriots. And a pleasant good evening to you, Ken Trahan, on a very pleasant evening in Harahan, joined by my good and great friend, the coach, Marty Luquette, for the call of this evening's contest in the Crescent City Sports Prep Summer League. This is our first stream of this year's Summer League. Year number 4. We were scheduled to do a game last week, but the rain interceded and said not tonight. So here we are on a perfect night for baseball this evening in Harahan for two outstanding programs. And when you talk about these two programs, Marty, you talk about excellence, because between the two programs, they've won 15 state championships. These are blue blood programs, aren't they?
They are, and Edie White's been competitive back all the way into the, to 1980s and all, and they've always had a tremendous program. They do a great job out in Thibodaux, and of course, what can be said about John Curtis is once they became a baseball powerhouse, they've been in the mix every year, and Jeff Curtis does a great job, and he puts together very competitive teams, and it's always fun to see Curtis play.
Thus far in Crescent City Sports Summer League action, Rouse's Markets, based at Edie White, 1-1 on the young season, under the direction of Matt Plitt and Coach Barbier assisting. And Coach Plitt's done an excellent job. He's in his third year, previously the head coach at Central Lafourche, and of course, he was an outstanding pitcher back in his day at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Plitt was the 2023 Class 3A Coach of the Year in Louisiana when Edie White was able to capture its 6th state championship. Of course, they went to the state championship this past season as well in high school, playing for the championship in Select Division II, losing to Turlings Catholic 2-1. So this is a program that expects to be deep in the playoffs every year. Therefore, it translates into the summer. This is always going to be a good club.
And it makes perfect sense for them to join the league this year, because they have such a good team. It's hard to find competition, and to get in this league and to be able to see good pitching and good players every week will only make them better, and if you can get much better than they've been in the past.
Of course, Edie White with its 6 state championships. On the flip side, the John Curtis Christian Patriots, the River Ridge Patriots here in the Crescent City Sports Summer League, coached by Jeff Curtis, class of 1995, of course, outstanding baseball coach, very accomplished, and a very accomplished offensive coordinator in football, and former Patriot quarterback and Tulane player as well. And Coach Curtis has done a great job here. They won a state championship most recently in 2018 when they went back-to-back in 2017 and 18. They've won 9 state championship games overall and played in the title game in 2023 in prep. So this is a program that's always going to be deep in the playoffs. And the staple of this program is how hard they play.
They do, and they just have this mentality. The way they approach this is very physical. They're very aggressive. And it incorporates itself into what the type of players they get at their school, and Jeff brings that best out of them on the diamond, and it shows up. And they always have to be contenders. They are always contenders every year with the top of the Catholic League.
As the players take the fields, let's give you the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First of all, for Edie White-based Rouse's Markets, 1-1 under the direction of Matt Plitt. Leading off at third base is Brock Melanson. Batting second in right field, Colin Wagasback. Hitting third will be the shortstop, Evan Arseman. The cleanup hitter and first baseman is Hudson Simino. Batting fifth, playing left field, Landon Babin. Hitting sixth at second base will be Carter Douglas. Batting seventh, the DH is Grant Kirkpatrick. Hitting eighth, the extra hitter is Luke Olivier. Batting ninth and catching, Parker Mayette. And playing center field and batting 10th is Carter Mollason. It's Melanson, Wagasback, Arseman, Simino, Babin, and Douglas, Kirkpatrick, Olivier, Mayette, and Mollason. For the homestanding River Ridge Patriots, based at John Curtis, 2-1, under the direction of Jeff Curtis. Leading off at shortstop, Connor Michaud. Batting second in right field is Keegan Linton. Colston Martinez, the pitcher, hits third. It's Jeffrey Curtis in the cleanup spot, catching. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Sean Goodwin. Hitting sixth in center field is Craig Connor. Batting seventh, the DH, Aiden Morrill. Hitting eighth in left field is Gavin Ledet. And batting ninth and playing second base will be Jace Gonzalez. It's Michaud, Linton, Martinez, Curtis, Goodwin, and Connor, Morrill, Ledet, and Gonzalez. For the Patriots, the right-hander, Colston Martinez on the mound. He is a good one. Had a very good season for the Patriots during the prep season. Big, strong, solid strike throw. He's pitched in one game thus far in the summer. 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run, and picked up a save in one of the wins for River Ridge. 7.0 ERA, and that's what he's done thus far in the summer. But today he'll go longer as a starter for the Patriots, adorned in their blue tops. That's the royal blue with the red numerals trimmed in white. White sleeves, two-tone caps, red and blue, with the JC on them, and the white pants and blue stockings. And E.D. White, based out of Rouse Markets, in their maroon tops here with gray pants and their maroon caps, as we're set to go with baseball on this very sunny, warm evening in Harahan. And leading off for Rouse's Markets is Brock Malassaw, the third baseman. Right-handed swinger, always working from the stretch. First pitch of the ball game is sails high. We're underway at 6:28 with pitch number 1 to Malassaw. And a swing and a ball hit pretty well to center field. Center fielder retreating is under it, waiting and putting it away for out number 1 is Connor. So that's how this one begins with a fly ball to center off the bat of Malassaw. Wind always blows across in this ballpark. That's predominantly toward right field, so it's not going to help balls hit the center and left field, to be certain. Here's Colin Wagersback.
Well, Martinez right there, 2 good fastballs. First one was up. Second one was hit well, but he got under it a lot and stayed in the park.
Swing and a fly ball, foul out of play right side. It's 0-1 to Wagersback. Where's number 14? Straight up defensively. Harahan Playground, the site of John Curtis Christian baseball during the prep season and the Crescent City Sports Summer League. 0-1. Sails high. Tried to throw a breaking ball and didn't finish it.
No, he didn't get on top of that one, and it sailed up.
Count even at a ball and a strike. Outfield quite shallow. And that's a strike at the knees. So it's 1-2. Opposing teams will always study the home team in a ballpark they're not familiar with to try to get an idea about how to play the outfield in particular. Breaking ball beat to third. Handled by Dufresne. His throw across is right on the money. And that's out number 2.
2 quick outs. He rolled over that one to the third baseman. Dufresne makes a nice throw across the diamond after he backhanded it down the line.
And now Evan Arcement, the shortstop. First pitch from Martinez. Good breaking ball. Bends it over, and it's 0-1.
Took a little out off that one, off that curveball. The first one he threw hard. That one he tossed it up there, gave it time to break. Nice pitch.
0-1. Another breaking ball. This one sits high. Count even. We're just underway, top of the first inning, with first 2 hitters having been retired. Fastball up the middle. Second baseman ranges to get it. Nice pick. Gonzalez throw on the money. Inning over. So a good start for Colston Martinez, and rock solid defense played by the Patriots here in the top of the first inning. Marty?
Yeah, a fly ball, ground ball, and then a nice play up the middle. I thought he was going to have to backhand it, but the grass must be thick. Slowed the ball down. Able to come up with, make an easy throw. So 1, 2, 3 in the first, just the way you like it as a coach.
Weather is ideal. The skies are mostly sunny. The temperature is 85 degrees, rather pleasant. The relative humidity not high at 61%. And the wind's out of the west at 9 miles an hour, blowing across this diamond, as mentioned, toward the right field side. So ball's not going to carry very well here today. Thus, you saw how shallow the outfielders were playing for John Curtis.
Yes, and the first one was hit really well, and it just hung up there and was caught easily. So
Cardinals are on the field defensively with Babin in left, Malassaw in center, and Wagersback in right. It's Malassaw third, Arcement short, Douglas at second, Cimino first, Mayette catching, and on the mound is the right-hander Jonathan Lee. His first appearance in the summer. Lee taking his warm-up tosses. And they'll be facing Mishu, Linton, and Martinez to get things started here in the bottom of the first inning. We do have some stats. Of course, these teams have only played a few games.
Yeah, you don't have stats yet.
Rouse is with two games played, and The Patriots, maybe a little bit more of an indicator with 3 games played thus far.
You know, it's so early in the season, and summertime where you mix things up a little bit, you try to play different people, you kind of get answers for the next season, and you know, so you're going to do some things a little bit different. I think Curtis, even you said, even has a couple guys that haven't got here yet.
Yeah, they have a couple of kids that went to Lafayette today. 2 of their really good players. Showcases are on their way here. They might have gotten here by now, but they're trying to get back, and that would be Nate Ilario and Luke Martinez. Ilario, their table center and prep, just a really good player, very fast center fielder. But that's the beauty of this league. We've always tried to work with people, Marty, as compared to working against them. So we will work with others and accommodate others, and coaches do the same while they still have their players for the summer. Here's Connor Michaud, the shortstop, and he takes one down. Southeastern Louisiana commit. Another of the Michaud tree family here at John Curtis. 0 for 3 during the summer. Left-handed swinger. Takes it high and away.
I was looking forward to seeing him. I had not, seen Curtis this year, but I did have the opportunity to coach his daddy in college at Nicholls State.
And did you mess him up? High and away, 3-0.
He actually was a very good player. Really good defensive catcher. Hit a little bit, and just a hard, like you'd expect, just a hard-nosed player.
Has to throw a strike, and does, or does he not? Nope, below the knees for ball 4. Had to wait for the call. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Connor Michaud, who gets to first with speed. This team can run, and they will run. 14 for 14 in the stolen base department in just 3 games played.
Well, that's not bad, huh?
Not
14 for 14?
No, both of these teams love to run. I can tell you that. E.D. White stolen 15 bases in 2 games. You get the picture?
I do.
They get on base, they're going to run. Here's Keegan Linton, and he gets drilled by the pitch. So a walk and a hit batter and a rough start for Jonathan Lee, and 2 on, nobody out.
You know, we talked a little bit about some of the games over the weekend and all, and about pitching and how they just pitchers are just having so much trouble throwing the ball over the plate. Throw strikes, young man. You'll have success.
I got to believe that the coaching is good. The instruction's good. Here's Colston Martinez, the pitcher and a good hitter, and he takes one down for ball 1. So just unable to find the zone thus far. Colston 286 thus far. 2 for 7 in the summer.
And the game is all about the bump. It's all about the pitcher's mound and how the pitchers do. And it's so important. And if your pitcher can't find the zone, it just makes it really hard to win.
2 on, nobody out. Got that one over and beats it foul over toward the Curtis dugout. Nice catch by Jeff Curtis on the rebounding bounce off the net. Count is even at a ball and a strike. They've made improvements to Harahan Playground annually out here. Now you've got this press box, which enables us to be here, which we appreciate. And the pitch pulls it down and out like a cutter, and it's 2-1.
We were scheduled to come over here and see them play Rummel, the 3rd game of their 3-game set, but Curtis messed us up by winning.
They decided they weren't going to let it go that far during the prep season when the Patriots were able to advance. That is inside. So now 3-1. They did advance, beating Rummel in 2 games, and then lost to eventual state champion Catholic at Grizzly Field. 2 games, the second one extra innings. 3-1 has to find the zone. Does, and it's hard hit to second. This could turn. Second for 1, first for 2. That is exactly what Jonathan Lee needed. A 4-6-3 double play. The eraser with Michaud gone to 3rd and 2 outs.
Just really hit that hard. Nice one hopper right to the second baseman. You couldn't ask for a nicer double play ball than that. Moving to his right a little bit with the easy flip. Good throw from the shortstop, and there's 2 down.
Here's Jeffrey Curtis, son of the head coach. And from the right side. Over the years, so many people with the Curtis name at John Curtis Christian. And he pops it straight up. Foul. It'll be out of play. You're at Harahan Playground where Little League play is going on across the way. Softball field behind us being occupied as well, which Dominican plays at during the course of the season.
Just like seeing the fields full.
Yes, sir. No balls and a strike. The pitch yanked down and away, 1-1. My grandson, I'm aging myself now, is playing baseball at Girard Playground. I think they've got like 5 fields working at the same time. That's the biggest playground participation I've seen anywhere. 1-1 the count. The pitch, that is just down. Pretty good looking pitch. And it's 2-1.
It's such a great sport for learning so many life lessons. You know, it's just a fabulous game.
2-1 the count. And that is just missing inside. So he's around the plate now, but just missing, and it's 3-1. I played at all these parks in JPRD back in the day. Played here at Harahan Playground. Mentioned Girard, played there quite a bit. 3-1. And that is a strike. It's full 3-2. Played at what is now Mike Miley, which in those days was Airline Playground, Delta Playground. What am I missing here? A whole bunch of them. Battery Playground, which is now Pontiff. Payoff, and he walked him. So yet another walk, and it's 2 on with 2 outs. Runners at the corners for Sean Goodwin, who strides to the plate with a chance to do some damage here with 2 outs and to try to put his team on top. Goodwin looking for his first hit of the summer. He's 0 for 10. We'll get a runner at first base. The Patriots will send Ethan Wade to run at first for Curtis. Wade, quick visit to the mound here. Chance for E.D. White to get out of this, despite the wildness of Lee, who's walked 2 and hit a batter. Double play ball is certainly figured prominently in the inning. And now Goodwin, ready to go to work. Catcher's going to flash signals in case Wade decides to run, which Curtis loves to do, as mentioned.
He will run somewhere in the first few pitches. With Mishu on third, I don't think E.D. White's going to throw it.
Not going, and the pitch is a ball. Quick delivery to the plate, though. It's 1-0, which is going to give his catcher a chance when you come to the plate that quickly. Runners lead from the corners. There's a throw to first, and it's a lob. And back safely, no problem for Wade. In the bottom of the first inning, Harahan Playground, no score. Crescent City Sports Prep Summer League. Here we go. And foul back. And a pass at that one. To the netting, it's 1-1.
It's one of my favorite ways of keeping the guy close at first is to go to home quick before he can get his feet set and get ready.
John Curtis has been in our championship game twice in this league in its 3-year existence previously. I have not won it yet. That's high. 2-1. But again, quick delivery to the plate. Now, this is really going to give Mayette, the catcher, a real chance to throw out the runner if he tries to run. And they throw through. But no doubt Jeff Curtis seeing that delivery too. And a swing and a drive into the gap in left center field. Left fielder going over there to make the catch. His Babin, and the inning is over with no runs, no hits, and 2 men left on base. So we've played 1, and there is no score. And again, anything hit in the air is going to be held up, Marty. It's just not going to go anywhere. That ball was hit sharply.
It was, and Babin had a nice break on it in left field, and he ran over and caught it rather easily, like nonchalantly. Glove about waist high as he ran into the gap, but he was able to hold on. Not exactly textbook, but we'll take the out.
Only 6 strikes thrown by Lee, 14 balls, and he got out of it without giving up a run. So no scores. We head to the second inning of play. Back in JPRD days, played at Lemon Playground, played at Little Farms. Of course, I was a Lakeshore guy, so that was my claim to fame.
You were famous at Lakeshore?
Well, I got a nickname. John Branch, great coach, still
John.
coaching. John, go ask John about me. He'll tell you a little bit about me. John christened me with the nickname Tiger when I was 7 years old. And it stuck. So to this day, when anybody calls me Tiger, I said, oh, I know where that's coming from.
Yeah, you sure do.
It's my youth, and I do mean my youth. and John ended up, he was a big believer in me, and we're great friends. He's a terrific guy, still coaching at St. Martin's and helping there. But we came over here to scrimmage Harahan Playground. They had a guy that was like lights out, and John was coaching here by then in football. And John told me, Tiger, my man's going to truck you. Okay. I'm like, okay, you're challenging me. That's cool. So maybe I think the third or fourth play of the scrimmage, I met the guy in a hole. I stopped him cold, and then I picked him up, and I just went running back with him about 5 yards and threw him down. And Branch looked at me, and he just smiled. And he said, Tiger. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball to Semino to start the top of the second inning. Hudson Semino against Colston Martinez. That was the 10th pitch of the game for Martinez. 7 have been strikes. Set down the side in order in the first. Another breaking ball, div slow. He's got a pretty good breaking ball. Good movement, pretty good command. 1-1 the count. Brings another. Fouled back. And we see more and more of this in baseball today, Marty, with pitchers who opt to work out of the stretch regardless of the circumstances.
Well, the opportunity, it's hard enough to learn the balance point on your pitches. Pitching out of the stretch all the time gives you one motion.
Swinging a foul back and a high fastball to stay alive.
You don't have to adjust it. And they're finding that, you pitch probably 2/3 of the time from the stretch anyway.
Brings another. And he went around on a breaking ball. He's down on strikes, tagged out by Jeff Curtis for out number 1, and that's strikeout number 1 for Martinez, who set down the first 4 he's faced and now deals with Landon Babin, the left fielder.
It's not often that you get a scouting report on the home plate umpire, but this is the son of my longtime pitching coach at Destrehan High School, Bill Calhoun.
Swinging a foul at 0-1. He was up here earlier. You missed him. You weren't here yet.
Yeah.
Having a good conversation with Jeff Curtis. Says, I'm ready to call strikes. How's that?
Yeah, but he makes you throw it over the plate now. He's not too wide.
Nothing wrong with that. 0-1. Good breaking ball. Snaps off a strike here, and it's 0-2. Colston set once more with the 0-2 pitch on the way. And a swing and a foul. Pitch on the hands. Fought it off. Stays alive. Week 2 of the Crescent City Sports Summer League. Year 4. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Babin with heat. So 2 consecutive strikeouts and 5 in a row set down.
Yeah, he's
to start the game.
He's starting to feel it right now. You can see someone's breaking ball where he wants to, into the zone, and his fastball's got a little more hop on it than he did in the first inning.
So 2 gone for Carter Douglas, the second baseman. In the air, short right, second baseman out.
Get him off it.
Right fielder calls him off, makes the catch about 4 feet behind the infield dirt, and the inning is over. And that's an illustration of the wind here. Working in on that ball. 6 up, 6 down go the Cardinals. We get to the bottom of the second with no score from Harahan Playground. A very impressive start for Colston Martinez.
It was, and he's throwing the ball well. 2 strikeouts and a pop-up behind second. Good job by the right fielder, taking that second baseman off of that. And second baseman, they get their feet set, and they're waving their arms, and then, as you could see on that ball, he was still about 5 feet away from it. Right fielder comes in, calls him off, and makes a nice play. But, he's feeling it right now. He's confident. Hey, summer ball is a lot of fun to pitch when it's not 95 and, the humidity's not killing you. Today's a great day to pitch and to play. This is a beautiful facility. They've done a great job upgrading this. I remember back in the day, it was something you didn't always want to come over here, but they've spent some money on this and upgraded, and new fencing and screens and nets, and the dugouts are nice. Now the press box. They've done a great job.
Yeah, 1 step at a time. Improvement arrives. And our ability to be able to do games here, which is terrific.
Well, you got to find your home,
Second inning for the Patriots. Craig Connor, Aiden Morrow, Gavin Leday will bat. Against Jonathan Lee, who struggled in the first 20 pitches, only 6 strikes. He walked 2 and hit a batter, but got out of it, had a double play turn behind him. Here's Connor, the center fielder. Down and out, 1-0.
And when his misses are not close, like, you know, the umpire never gets comfortable with that. And so now the borderlines are tough.
1-1 now.
That was a good fastball right there. He threw that right down the middle.
Connor 0 for 3 in the Summer League thus far. Fastball just missing. And it's 2-1.
He is not giving that inside corner, and they keep pounding it right there.
Look out. Hit him in the back. Right around the number 1 on his back. Trotting the first goes Connor. And now Aiden Morrow will bat. So that's 2 hit batsmen to go with 2 walks already.
He hasn't exactly found the zone yet. And like we said, he was fortunate to get the double play ball in the first inning.
Here's Morrow, first, and evades the first baseman, but not far enough for an advance. Semino retrieves it.
Well, it's nice and tight here. The fences are close to the foul lines, which is what I like that as a high school coach.
Swing and a miss, chased high heat.
It's good to be aggressive, but you can't be so aggressive that you go out of the zone. You see him struggling.
Bounced one, that's a wild pitch, and that will get Connor to second base with nobody out.
Like I said, the misses are big right now.
No chance for Myatt to come up with that one. In the air, playable, right side, first baseman, making the catch, Semino. Runner holds second, 1 out. Well, that's the old unproductive out. You always see that runner at second with nobody out. The goal there is to hit behind him and get him to third. Well, he hit behind him, but he hit it straight up.
Yeah, he was taking a big hack right there. There was no intent to go to the right side. He was just a little late on the fastball. But he did not move his man up.
Gavin Ledet to the plate, the left fielder. Takes it just away for ball 1. Now 2-0. Good block by Myatt behind the plate.
Like I said, he's struggling with his zone, you know. And if prep season, he's probably taken right here. But in summertime, you still want to see him hit. You want to see him get their bats.
It's development, right?
That's right.
And that's the whole purpose of this. Can't swing at that, though, because the pitch hit him. So that's a dead ball. Runner has to go back to second, and that's the 3rd hit batsman by Lee. And he's been really missing arm side to these right-handed hitters. Ball's just running right in on him. And
his misses are big. He's not around the plate. He's had a few that they probably wanted on that inside half, but he didn't get those, and then he hits the batter. And the biggest thing it does is he puts guys on base as he rolls that lineup over and gets back to the big hitters.
Chase Gonzalez bats, the second baseman. Breaking ball, that's a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, unless he can entice another double play ball, he's got to face Michu in the top of the order.
0-1. Good fastball, so quickly 0-2. So suddenly he's perhaps thrown his 2 best pitches of the game in succession to the 9-hole hitter.
Good breaking ball, and then a good live fastball.
The 0-2. to right field, right at the right fielder, making the catch is Wagasback. Again, playing shallow when the ball leaves the bat. It looks like good possibility there for the Patriots, but with the shallow that the outfielders are playing on both ends, that's right to Wagasback.
Well, especially the opposite field outfielder. You know, you don't expect a 9-hole to take it and drive it over the right fielder's head, so you bring him up so you don't get anything dumped in front of him, and he was right there for the play.
Here's Connor Michoud. Walked his first trip, 2 on, 2 outs. And a backdoor breaker is a strike. It's 0-1.
Michoud looking for something he can drive right here.
Good cut, but he's late, and it's 0-2.
It wasn't. It was actually on the outside corner. It was a tough pitch to hit. He fouls it off, but he'd have had to go in the left field or left center with that pitch.
So behind in the count, 0-2. Michoud has to protect. Lee delivers. It's way out of the zone. It's 1-2. There go the runners. Pitch is away. The throw to third will never get him. It's a double steal. And now the Patriots are 16 for 16 in the stolen base department.
Yeah, right there with a great jump off a second. The catcher probably had a better chance if he went back to just through the second base, try to get the trailer, but he had no shot at throwing out the runner at third.
Now 2-2 on Michoud. And hard hit first base. Nice play. Semino to the bag, and the threat ends here with no runs and no hits. And 2 more left. That's 4 stranded by the Patriots. We've played 2. There is no score from Harahan Playground. Good contact there, but hit it right at him.
No, Michoud got a pitch to hit. He pulled it hard towards the line, which happened to be the glove hand side for the first baseman. He was able to snag it, make an easy play running over to first for the out. But like you said, he hit it hard. He barreled it, but could not get it through and get us on the board. So we played 2 with no score.
So Lee has had to scuffle, but he's been able to navigate his way around some wildness thus far.
He has, and that's the aggressiveness of the Curtis hitters, and they've hit the ball hard. They just haven't been able to do anything to show for it yet. Had 2 rallies with guys on base, but I don't think they have a hit yet, did they?
No hits in the game for either team. You've had 2 walks and 3 hit batsmen by Lee, but the Patriots have been unable to take advantage of those opportunities. So here in the third, Colston Martinez back to work. He has been dynamite. Just 18 pitches in 2 innings, and 14 have been strikes, and he's retired all 6 batters he's faced, including a pair of strikeouts.
And when you look at him, he's got a nice body, but he isn't really filled out yet. He's still young. His body isn't as big and strong as he will be probably by next season. Didn't like that baseball. Asked for another.
And receives it.
Ryan can throw it now.
Here's Grant Kirkpatrick at the plate. Kirkpatrick coming off an outstanding sophomore season. And a lefty takes a popper for a strike called. It's 0-1.
Good fastball inside half.
With the 0-1. Toward third. Dufresne, long throw coming, sets and guns him down. Good play by Dufresne for out number 1.
Dufresne, big, tall, lanky, good-looking third baseman with a great arm.
Well, looks it in and then sets his feet. He's got a very good arm, as you mentioned.
He's got to be, 6'1", 6'2"?
He's up there, buddy. He might be taller than that. Here's Luke Olivier. Serving as an extra hitter in the game. You can bat as many as you like in the Crescent City Sports Prep Summer League. Again, it's all about development. We want players to have the opportunities and coaches to have a chance to evaluate and develop. That is low, and it's 1-0.
Well, most of the games are doubleheaders, correct?
JV and then varsity. Yeah. We started the JV component last year. It was a big success and built on it again this year. The 1-0. And that's don't call the ball just off the plate. Anticipation. It's a lousy thing. 2-0.
Like I said, Ryan's going to make you throw it over the plate. There ain't no doubt.
Fastball inside, so 3 balls and no strikes. First time we've seen Martinez get to 3 balls on any hitter thus far. Olivier figures to take here. Does, and it's a bouncer, and he's on 4 pitches. So there's the first base runner of the game for Rouse's Markets. Luke Olivier to first base. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company and Kendall Lamarck Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in the New Orleans market. Must be a reason.
Must be.
Here's Parker Mayette, the catcher. Took it high.
Good to see Rouse is involved in the league, too, with a sponsorship. Based out of Thibodaux.
Well, it's one of the beauties of having this league is that we are going to publicize the sponsors of all these schools. That is a ball inside. So suddenly, 6 straight balls thrown by Martinez, and it's 2-0. This came out of nowhere. And E.D. White will be in take mode. And now 3-0. Make it 7 consecutive balls. And breaks the string with a strike. It's 3-1. If you're Mayette, are you swinging here, or are you going to be very selective?
Down the lineup, I'm sure he's probably taking again.
3-1, swinging at it, and it's 3-2.
And he might have swung at ball 4.
Elevated fastball, and I do mean elevated. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Keep an eye on Olivier at first. Not going. Pitch is fouled back. Let's do it again.
Chase that high fastball on 3-1, and he should have been, if he's on first base, then they're definitely looking at a rally in this inning. Still got a chance to make that happen.
Swing, and a foul tip stays alive.
Barely got a piece of that one.
Just enough.
Just enough for Curtis to take it, shot with it. Love being a catcher, especially in the summertime. Hot and dirty.
Another. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time. So a strikeout, stolen base as Olivier able to get to second. 2 outs. That is strikeout number 3 recorded by Martinez. And now Connor Mollison will bat.
Well, right there, the problem with that play was the strikeout was good, but the second baseman was late getting to the bag, so the throw ends up in no man's land. He had a chance if he'd have covered the bag.
Mollison takes a strike called. It's 0-1. Runner in the scoring position for the first time for the Cardinals. Time called by Mollison. And it's low. 1-1.
When you look at E.D. White in the bottom of their lineup, you can see their youth. You know they graduated of quite a few seniors this year, having been in the championship game. And now you're seeing the young guys get their chance.
On a play, it's 1-2.
And they just don't quite have that bat speed yet, that they're going to need, or the body behind it.
A ball and 2 strikes Olivier second with 2 outs. And he struck him out looking with a good breaking ball. Strikeout number 4, recorded by Colston Martinez. No runs, no hits, no errors. First man left on base for Rouse's Markets as we go to the bottom of the third. No score with the River Ridge Patriots here from Harahan Playground. And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center, offering a comprehensive program with a team of certified athletic trainers, fellowship-trained sports medicine physicians, and orthopedic sports medicine-trained physical therapists to effectively manage injuries and safely return athletes to the games they love. To learn more, visit Thibodaux.com. Thanks to Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center. Great to have them on board.
Have you seen
whenever we have Bayou schools involved, it's great to have them.
Have you seen their facility right next to the football field at Nichols?
I have not.
It is gorgeous. They have a track. They have all kinds of walking areas, and the facility is beautiful.
I'll take your word for it.
I promise you, I'm telling the truth. They've done a great job of being involved in all the Bayou region teams. They treat athletes on Saturday mornings after football games. It's a nice setup. They've done a great job over there.
And, of course, the football facility, outstanding at Nichols now. Yep. Improvements in the last few years have been excellent.
Winning helps.
No doubt.
Coach Rebo did a great job over there. Now he's stepping away and retiring. Good luck to you, Timmy.
Good man. Good man, good coach.
We got a pitching change here.
We do indeed. We'll see if we can pick up the number for you as you go to the left-hander. That would be number 5. So we'll check that out for you, if we're fortunate enough to have it.
Oh, we got to find it somewhere.
Well, it's possible. That would be Cooper Bordas. Left-hander Cooper Bordas. So Lee goes 2 innings. No hits, no runs. There's a swing and a ball hit in the right center field. That is going to be down for a base hit. So there's the first hit of the game as Keegan Clinton singles to right center, and the Patriots have the leadoff man aboard.
Comes in with the soft breaking ball. Is popped into right center. Big gap out there. Found a little open space. And we got us a hit.
First of the game is mentioned, and that gets Martinez to the plate. Remember, the Patriots love to run. Left-handed pitcher, we'll see if that impacts things. Not going, it's high and away. Throw to first, runner back. Again, another pitcher who's pretty quick to the plate. Just watching that delivery.
And lefties, quick lefties are always a lot harder, but the only way to run on them is the first move.
Toward third, it's going to get through for a base hit. Off the knuckles, Martinez had enough on it to sneak it through. And it's 2 on, nobody out with 2 consecutive hits for the Patriots.
Well, that's the difference in physical size. Martinez big and strong and able to shoot that ball through there and get enough of it to get it through the third, past the third baseman there, and picks up the second hit of the inning.
Jeffrey Curtis, who walked his first time, with an opportunity here for the Patriots. Again, if this is the high school season, you might see a bunt, but not likely here. That's high for ball 1.
Now you're letting them hit.
I think it's different if you get late in the game and you got to, you're trying to win the game. Winning is still the objective. Here's the pitch. Toward third, high hop, knocked down. Play to third. He is out at third base on a close play. Stayed with it. A lot of credit to Malasaw.
Yeah, he got a bad hop on there and took it up in the shoulder, neck area. But he's able to stay with it. I'll be honest with you, he might have been safe there.
No argument, though, from Jeff Curtis.
No.
And we'll get the runner at first. Ethan Wade ran earlier, runs again. So it's 2 on, 1 out.
It's also summertime.
There's Sean Goodwin, who lined to left. Well, a coach is going to stand up if it's the wrong call. You know that. I don't care when you're playing, right? High and away, ball one. You got to stand up for your player, and you got to stand up for what's right. So if you believe he was safe, I think you would have seen some sort of reaction.
It was excellent effort by the runner, going head first, trying to beat that pain.
1-0 is inside. It's 2-0 now to Goodwin from Cooper Bordas. Jonathan Lee to complete his line. He walked 2, he hit 3, and had a wild pitch, but 2 scoreless innings. The 2-0. Good swing, foul back, 2-1.
Wouldn't be surprised here if Curtis Steele's third. He's the base runner second's working his lead. Got a nice one, had a nice bounce on the last pitch.
Good lead. There he goes. High and away. Throw is not going to get him. Ball goes through into left field, and the run's going to score, and that's going to be a 1-0 lead for the Patriots. Runner for second. He's safe there as well. So that will be a stolen base and a throwing error to score the run. Patriots jump on top.
He was timing that up on the previous pitch. You could see him biting on it. And you know it didn't come from the coach because the guy at first didn't run. You know, he didn't steal on the pitch. He ran the second when the ball got away.
It was Dufresne, and he scores to make it 1-0, and that's outside ball 4. So walk to Goodwin. So the error scoring the run. And now the Patriots with a chance to build an inning. Have 2 on with 1 out. And here's Connor. Swing and a miss. Oh, and 1. 2 on, 1 out here. Next one on the way, squares to bunt and misses, foul back. So it's quickly 0-2 on Connor.
Well, you're seeing it. His role probably in the spring will be down in the lineup. He'll be a bunter. He'll be able to move guys around. So let's do it in the summertime and get it ready.
Oh, 2 pitch. Missing down, 1-2. Back-to-back singles by Clinton and Martinez. A force play. On a ground ball hit hard by Curtis. Stolen base, throwing error, 1-0, and then a walk to Goodwin. So it's 2 on with 1 out. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good pitch away, gets Connor for out number 2.
Nice backdoor curveball right there. Ball stayed, late break, and the hitter was nowhere near timing that up.
2 gone for Aiden Morrill, who popped out to first in the second inning. Turns towards second without a throw. Morrill takes a fast strike. It's 0-1.
That was the best fastball he's thrown today. That one had a little something on it.
Always like the sound if you're the pitcher. It makes you feel good. And he got the strike called over the outside edge. So he's going to stay out there. It's 0-2.
As long as you show me that's what you're trying to be, and you sit up out there, you're going to get that call.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs. And the pitch, down and out. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0. River Ridge on top here in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch. Away, and it's 2 balls.
He's trying to be too fine now. Yeah, he's trying to be too fine. Just throw the ball over that outside edge. Make the hitter go get it and drive it the other way.
2-2 the count. Another. Swing and a miss. Chase the high hitter. The inning's over. Well, the Patriots get a run. They do it on 2 hits with 1 error. 2 men left. They've left 2 in every inning. 6 to be certain. And after 3, River Ridge 1 and Rouse's Markets nothing.
Well, you could see that Curtis They were working on second base. They were trying to set up the opportunity to steal third. When he does, he gets a bad throw from the catcher, and third baseman misses a high throw, and ball ends up in the outfield for a run. So we get our first run on an error instead of a hit. But Curtis has had plenty of activity on the bases.
Martinez back to the mound. He's been good. 3 innings pitched. And no hits allowed, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts, 36 pitches used. Very low total, average of 12 per inning, and he's got 24 strikes of those 36 pitches. And that little hiccup there where he walked the batter and then threw 3 balls to the next batter, but then rebounded nicely.
Yeah, you take away those 7 pitches, and his strike to ball ratio is ridiculous. But he did have a little stretch there where he had trouble finding the zone.
So here in the 4th, it will be the top of the order. Brock Melancon to get it started against Martinez. Melancon flew out to center back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, he hit that ball well last time.
Fastball delivered high.
The center fielder definitely plays up. But the corners are back, so that gives him the opportunity, someone a chance to get to the ball in the gap.
1-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 1-1.
You and I have talked in the past about either the center fielder's up and the corners have to be back, or the corner's up and the center fielder back, but somebody's got to be able to get to that gap.
Missing in, it's 2-1.
We talked about that, especially during those Delgado games.
Toward right fielder coming on and can't get it, a base hit. So there's the first hit of the game. Melancon drops one in the right just out of the reach of Linton. He was playing shallow, but that ball had some slice to it and dropped safely. So a leadoff single, good start for the Cardinals here in the 4th.
Well, you know, usually you try to, at least our teams, we've always tried to play the opposite outfielder close so that they don't dump balls in front of him, make him drive it over his head. And there's the case right there why we did it.
It's Colin Wagas back. Breaking ball beat foul. It's 0-1. That breaking ball stayed up, but he was out in front of it.
Well, very aggressive this inning from Edie White to coming out swinging here. Of course, they are in the middle of their lineup.
It's down and out, 1-1. Runner goes, grounded to third. Dufresne to second, still got him there. Good play and turn the double play. What a terrific turn by the Patriots. Dufresne has been superb at third base, and that's a terrific turn by Gonzalez with a runner right in on him.
Well, I was surprised he went to second, to be honest with you. The guy on the go, but he does beat him there because he's got that good strong throw from third, and then a great turn by Gonzalez with the guy all over him, and just able to get him at first, bang, bang.
Yeah, with the runner going, still got him. Here's Evan Arseman, grounded to second his first trip and takes one for a strike. It's 0-1.
That's very unusual to see that.
Arseman, a standout going into his senior season. Pops it right side, foul. First baseman over and out of play. Again, the wind's going to blow anything that's up in the air that way out of play. And it did.
And, you know, it's not that there's a lot of wind, but it's enough to affect the baseball.
No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Missing high. 1-2 now.
See, I'm spoiled. When I think of wind, I think of Wrigley Field, where it's really wind.
to the pitcher. Easy chance for Colston. Will underhand to the first baseman Goodrum, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit, and nobody left. Bottom of the fourth arrives. Riverbridge Patriots 1, and Rouse's Markets Cardinals nothing. Got the leadoff man on first hit, but couldn't do anything with it.
Couldn't move him around. But it started him, tried to get him some action going, and just a very unusual or unique double play ball. Just don't see those every day. I see you didn't react when I was talking about that field in Chicago.
I completely ignored it.
As a Cardinal fan,
Well, I was respectful. I could have easily jumped on it, but I chose not to do it. I mean, that's called restraint. Respect, restraint. I didn't want to regurgitate and mention the name of the team that played there, so that's not going to happen, man.
The first place team? That one?
Okay, so here's the deal. They've got a really good team.
They do.
I mean, I'm extremely fair-minded and always complimentary. Very impressed with what they've been able to do. I'm not sure their pitching is going to be good enough down the road, but their team on the field is really good. They've got 2 good starters. Not a big fan of their bullpen. Not sure about the overall pitching depth, but they can score. They've got Kyle Tucker was a great addition, and Crow Armstrong's emerged as a tremendous player out of nowhere.
Really?
And very impressed. My team is second 4 games back. We'll see.
And they're playing well, too. They
see.
started out slow, and then the Cardinals did. And
they were the best in the major leagues over a month time, but now they got to put it together moving forward. Here's a pitch missing inside to Gavin Ledet. It's 1-0. He was hit by a pitch his first time, facing Bordas for the first time, who works into his second inning. Left-hander with some pop. Delivers, and it's 2-0.
I only brought it up because I know there's a couple of big Cub fans at home listening to us.
Well, I mean, there's an excuse for everybody. I don't know how you can possibly be a Cubs fan. I really don't. How can anybody pull for a franchise that lost for 100 years?
You grow up
Lovable losers, man.
You grow up in Kankakee, baby.
How can you be a fan? I mean, you want to be a fan of a franchise that tries to win. That's a big market franchise that's never spent money like a big market and just takes the money every year because the people show up and they got great fans. Down and out, it's 3-1. That's my take on it. And look, when they won it in 2016, I swallowed hard. I couldn't stand it, but I was really happy for a lot of people, though.
Yes.
Not the least of which was Randy Bush. Pitch missing, high and away, ball 4, and Gavin Ledet is on with a leadoff walk.
Yeah, Randy has been with the Cubs quite a while now in the front office, and it's fun to watch.
Good man. They've put together a good team. They've done a good job. Farm systems are the key, and they've done that as well as anybody recently. Jace Gonzalez lined out to right his first time, takes one for a strike. It's 0-1. Everybody just assumed the Dodgers would win again this year with the roster they have. There's a chopper, slowly, pitcher fields, gloves, throws, good play.
Nice.
So good job by Lee, who went to get it. Took his time, wheeled, got himself in position to throw a strike to first for out number 1. It is a productive out as Gavin Ledet gets to second base.
But Lee catches it, turns the right way, glove side, throws those bullet to first.
Problem with the Dodgers is it's like half their pitching staff's out, you know, and now Mookie Betts is hurt. Here's Connor Micheau.
Come on, he stubbed his toe.
Strike, it's 0-1, yeah, no doubt.
Stubbed his toe out for 10 days.
No balls in a strike. This is going to be out of play left side. It's 0-2.
Sounded good off the bat. On our outside mic.
Can tell you that Brother Martin-based Case for Kids is rolling on. They just defeated Legacy Auto Group based in North Shore 11-1. It's fouled, so they've played 4 games and won them all.
And that's a good plug. That's a good
coming
program.
off their prep season, which is where they were really good. Yeah, North Shore's got good players.
Yeah, good. Jay Hodges is doing a great job over there.
That game was at Brother Martin on campus today, and it was shortened to 6 innings by the Mercy Rule.
Jay Hodges, another
Good man.
Nickel State baseball player I had.
You bet. How to play left side. Holding an 0-2. Got to know Jay when he was at Rummel coaching. He's a good man. He's a good coach. Got a good team.
Funny. Great storyteller. What baseball coach is it?
And a swing and a miss. Got him with one under the hands to take care of a tough hitter. So that's on number 2. Lefty-lefty matchup, and the pitcher wins. And now Keegan Linton, who's been on twice, he's been hit by a pitch. That was in the first, and he singled in the third. It's a 1-0 lead for River Ridge here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch on the way. Gassed him. 0-1. Threw the fastball by him. He's got pretty good life on that fastball.
The first inning, he was thumbing everything up there, and now he's starting to throw it. But you hear about the Curtis teams. You come in, you give them respect they deserve, and then you get out here and then it becomes baseball.
Just missing, and it's a ball and a strike. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 45 years, transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction. And a strike over the outside edge. So he does like that pitch on the outside edge. He's called that consistently, and it's 1-2.
Especially with the lefty. He's got that pitch. Right there, the runner on second's taking liberties, and the shortstop tried to pick him, got caught on the base.
High and away. Yeah, you don't want to be out of position there with a runner in scoring position. It's 2-2 now on Linton.
But it's a good mouse and cat and mouse game out there at second base right now.
Not going. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, so good pitching here. Back-to-back strikeouts by Bordas. No runs, no hits, and one man stranded. That's 7, count them, 7 left already by River Ridge. We enter the 5th, and the Patriots lead Rouse's Markets 1-0.
You watch Bordas work that inning and paint that outside corner. Little lefties, he's small frame. He's not that he's not tall. He is, and I'm sure he'll fill out. But right now he's a soft throwing lefty, and they can be very effective, especially if they can find that outside corner and stay there. Obviously, Ryan likes that pitch, and he's been getting it. And it's very hard to be a hitter and have to go out there and get that and shoot it into right field.
So we're going to get a new pitcher for the Patriots. Caden Batard is going to come on to pitch. Caden Batard taking over for Colston Martinez, who was outstanding.
And it's summer baseball. You don't go as long as you can. You have your, today you're going to go 3. Tomorrow you're going to, next week you're going to go 4. Or you got a pitch count that you're going to go to. And, so lots of people get to pitch. And we all get ourselves prepared for next year.
Martinez, 4 strong innings, 1 hit, no runs. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Good win, cannot lose. And now Caden Batard takes over. Batard's made 1 appearance. He's 0-1. 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 3 runs allowed. And the problem was walks. He walked 5 in those 2/3 of an inning and struck out 1. So the command was the problem. And see if his command is better here. He'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Cardinals in the 5th inning, as Hudson Semino will head to the plate to be followed by Landon Babbitt and Carter Douglas.
Just like E.D. White went 2 innings and 2, and I assume they're going to go 2-2-2, but they may go longer. But here you see the second pitcher for the Patriots.
Here's Semino, struck out swinging against Martinez in the 2nd inning. Swung at the first one, jammed him, fouled it. It's 0-1.
And you don't want to throw him too many innings, and certainly not too many pitches, because a lot of these guys are playing summer ball and with other teams too. They'll be pitching over the weekend.
0-1. He bends a good hook in there for a strike called. It's 0-2.
That was nice. Nice breaking ball right there.
Works quickly, too. He wants to go to work right away.
Good.
He stepped out on him.
Like that.
Nods yes. And delivers the 0-2. Breaking ball beats toward third. Got to come get this. Dufresne can't. So the leadoff man is aboard on an error. Tough chance, but an error nonetheless. And Semino's aboard with nobody out.
He's made all those tough plays, you know, and that one was difficult. It's still got a tough throw to make.
I think he rushed it a little bit. I think he had time.
He did. He circled a little bit. He had everything right. He just took it off the heel of his glove.
Landon Babin struck out in the second inning. Will bat here. Leadoff man aboard for the second consecutive inning, and there's the bunt. So as you get deeper into the game, now you start trying to play more in line with how you'd play during the regular season, which is trying to win the game, and in this case, trying to get the tying run in scoring position.
Well, you know, Reg Sherman's used to always say, you know, let the boys play for the first few innings, and I'll win it late if I have to, you know, and that's what we're in here. We're in that time where the coaches get a chance to help win it.
Tried to bunt again, snap throw to first, runner just gets back. Count goes to 1-1, I should say. On Babin.
Let's see if he can execute here. And the fact that the program's so successful, you know they do. They're very able to execute.
There's a good bunt. Dufresne, tough chance, makes a good play for out number one. That was a perfect bunt. Dufresne had to feel that on the run and throw across his body, and he made a very good play.
And around the runner.
Yes, exactly.
That was actually a great play.
Really good bunt by Babin, and the runner gets to second in scoring position with a potential tying run for Carter Douglas. Flew out to right his first time.
But what coaches like to see, the execution, ball in the right spot. Kid made a great play. Otherwise, you'd had first and second be bunting again.
Inside 1-0.
But now you got to get a hit. You only have one in the game.
This is actually Luke Zarang who's batting. So it's Zarang getting the at-bat. Took it down and out, 2-0, number 4. Based on the roster, so Zarang.
Slid him in on you.
Batting here. 2-0 the count.
I'm sure they're playing free substitution too. Are they? League?
It's the prep rules.
Okay.
They play by, they can just hit as many as they want in the lineup. There's a ball hit hard to short. High hop, fielded Mishu. His throw is wide, and he is out at first anyway. Good play by the first baseman, Goodrum, to go up and get it and then come down and find the bag for out number 2. And on the play, Semino gets to third.
That's two nice plays for Goodrum at first base. Earlier in the game, a throw from third, he had to stretch up the right field line and make a nice play, and then once again show some great agility there around the bag.
Devin Arcement will bat. Took it down, ball 1.
Michu actually did a good job. That ball took a high hop on him, ended up above his numbers.
They're hitting guys all over the place now. By the way, this ball's outside. It's 2-0. So clearly out of sequence here.
That's why I asked you for a free sub.
Well, that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
2-0 the count. And that is just low. So it's 3-0.
Hey, Ryan shuffled. I thought we were getting a call there.
Another different hitter is on deck, in fact. 3-0 the count. And that is ball 4. So runners at the corners with 2 outs and a chance here for Alex Vicknair, who will bat. Vicknair. His first at-bat of the game. And it's 1-0.
Losing track of the zone right here after the nice play by the third baseman, but
that is a strike, and it's 1-1.
Pound the zone, son.
Tap foul. It's 1-2. Hunter got a good jump from first there. 1-2 now.
Pitching the head in the count.
And he got him. So getting out of the jam, Caden Batard gets the big strikeout he needs in that situation to escape. And in the inning, no runs and no hits. There was an error, and there were 2 men left. That's 3 left for the Cardinals. Let's take a stretch from Harahan Playground. Bottom of the 5th coming. 1-0 River Ridge Patriots on top. That's a good job by Batard to come back there.
It was. He gives up the leadoff guy on base, and then they execute the bunt. Nice play by the third baseman to get the out, but they cannot get him home. They hit behind him, and Mishu makes a nice play on a bad hop. Throws over. First baseman does a fabulous job dancing around first base. And, of course, the strikeout ends the inning.
So 1-0 going to the bottom of the 5th. Low-scoring game here. Every base runner matters, right?
Every one. Unfortunately, most of them haven't got around the bases. We've got the only 1 run on an errant throw on a steal of third. That's the difference in this game right now. Is Patriots lead 1-0.
Back to the mound goes Bordas. He's thrown the ball well. In terms of his velocity, has given up the run. That's the difference, though. Back in the 3rd inning. Settled in since then. He's had 4 strikeouts while he's been in. He's shown the ability to really throw the ball by hitters, but gave up the run in the 3rd inning, and that's the difference in the game. He'll face 3, 4, and 5 here.
He's staying on that outside corner with his fastball. He's backdooring with the curve. He's getting the call, so no reason to change anything. And Curtis is still, they're opening up a little early, trying to hit the ball either hard or far, and they're struggling with the lefty.
Lights are on here at Harahan Playground.
Let there be light.
And now Colston Martinez to the plate. Martinez has grounded into a double play, and he singled, and that led to a run back in the 3rd.
He's hit too hard.
Pops this one up foul, backing out of play. It's 0-1.
Takes a healthy hack, though, doesn't he?
He does. One and one.
By spring, he'll be stronger and bigger and stronger, and he'll really he's going to be a force.
Fastball right through there. It's 1-2. One-two pitch. Out of play to the netting.
He got his hands extended a little bit right there. Got jammed up on a pitch he would like to have back.
Another 1-2. Toward third. Melanson bobbles, recovers, and throws an air ball. So that'll be an E5. And Martinez is aboard, leadoff man on for River Ridge.
That ball jumped on the third baseman a little bit, and he never got a really good grip of it. He knew he had to hurry to get to make the play since the ball was hit towards the bag. And when he let it go, you're right, it had lots of air under it.
Must not have really gotten a good grip.
No, he did not.
After he bobbled. Jeffrey Curtis is walked and grounded into a fielder's choice. That's a ball. It's 1-0. Remember, an error led to the first run. The only run of the game thus far.
So far.
Can they capitalize again? One-0. Swing and a miss. Even up in a ball and a strike.
One thing about Curtis, he'd come to hit, huh? He'd taken some swing. Good firm hacks.
Runner breaks, big jump, pitches a strike. Throw down will never get him. Stolen base. And that's the third of the game for the Patriots.
Went on first move right there. They've been timing him up. He's a one-look pitcher. He's done it on second, and he does it at first, too. Gives you one set, one count, bang, goes to the plate.
The pitch fouled. He tried to go the other way. Martinez swipes second.
You watch him here, take one look at second, turn around, and go right to the plate.
Up the middle, off the pitcher's glove. That's going to be an infield hit. Runners are going to end up at the corners. And nobody out, and a big chance for the Patriots here. It'll be a base hit all the way.
Pitcher right there actually is a routine grounder to short.
If he lets it go. But again, that's your reaction all the time. When you're
yes, it is.
Standing about 58 feet away, and we'll get a runner at first base again. That will be Ethan Wade, who's had a workout as a courtesy runner in this game.
Cost me a state tournament game one year when Andrew Lasser threw a glove out in front of a double play ball. It happens. It's just natural instincts.
Here's Goodwin. And he's high. Goodwin is lined to left hard, and he's walked. Big run down at third here in a one-run game in the fifth inning.
The runner's about to go right here at first. I think he missed the first pitch. Coach came over and got his ear.
Not going?
No.
Down a ball, and it's 2-0.
Son, do you know the steal sign?
Let's go through it all right now, man. Let's leave chest, hands, arms, legs, wipe, not going, swing big, and a big miss. And it's 2-1.
Well, we'll see. Jeff went to the short set of signs. That's usually a frustration move. That means he's running.
Runner goes, and a swing and a fly ball foul right side. It's going to blow out a play. So the count even 2-2.
When the coach gives you three signs,
yeah,
he wants to make sure you didn't miss it.
I had a coach at Lakeshore Playground. We had a guy on the team. He just never got the signs right. So finally, he just yelled out, "Take!" And the guy threw a ball anyway. So I mean, hey, it's all good. 2-2. Pickoff move to first. Runner breaks for second. They look to third. Throw there. The runner is out at third. Really nice play by the Cardinals. The first baseman with a strong throw. Semino to third to Malasa. And they get the runner at third. So out is Martinez, and that's a big out. It's a 1-3-5 put out.
Yeah, but they nobody happy down there.
Taking second on the play is Wade. He's there now with one out. It's a big out for E.D. White.
That's an odd play, too.
It is. Just missed down and out. Close pitch. 3-2 now. That's a big out in a one-run game.
I watch it.
Nobody out.
I've coached and watched thousands of games. I don't think I've ever seen a guy get picked off first.
You don't want to get picked off with nobody out at third. Payoff pitch. That's ball 4, so he's on. So, boy, you talk about a big out. Goodness gracious. You'd have the bases loaded, nobody out right now. But instead, 2 on, 1 out.
Like I said, I don't know if I've ever seen that before, where the first baseman throws it third and after they pick the guy off first.
Coach Barbier will visit the mound here. And everybody will be called in on the infield. Runners will go talk to their coach as well. It's like a big convention here.
You know, I'm going to guess right there that the base umpire was looking at second when that throw was made.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got a two-man crew, right?
Yeah, but you can't go down there and help him.
I thought the throw beat him. I mean, again, whether he's out, I thought the throw beat him on the play.
But the base umpire, I'm sure he was anticipating the throw to second.
Yeah.
And when the throw went the other way and then he pivoted around, I'm not sure he got a good look.
Mm-hmm.
And
quite possibly.
You know, I've been standing in the middle of that diamond in that blue shirt or tonight the black shirt, but when they start throwing in places you don't anticipate, you get yourself in lots of trouble.
Yeah,
If you don't get hit.
no doubt. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. Lamarck Pre-Owned has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models. We have great deals. Must be a reason. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you to Ronnie Jr. Thank you to Ray, everybody at Lamarck Motor Company. We appreciate you.
They've been awesome. Ronnie Lamarck, what a great sponsor for prep sports. I think you ought to keep him around.
I'm going to try really hard. He's a great friend. He's been really good to us at Crescent City Sports and on our Cumulus radio stations on 106.7 The Ticket. But more than that, he's a dear friend. He's a really good man, unbelievably generous, giving. We did the Crescent City Sports game 2 years ago at Noel Suarez that Kirk Bollinger did with me, and we made it a fundraiser, a telethon game of sorts for the tornado victims in St. Bernard Parish a couple of years ago, which struck close to Ronnie's home when he was growing up
out
on Bailey Street. And Ronnie and Louis Russell donated a ton of money that night. I mean, just out of the kindness of their hearts. And, of course, Ronnie went to Shellman High School, so it was pretty important to him, and especially with Araby and Chalmette being impacted.
Right.
But, again, the kindness. Here's Craig Connor. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch is on the way. That is low, and it's 1-0. Here's the long visit. So a ball and no strikes, and, of course, a new pitcher on the mound.
Of course.
For E.D. White. And that's Carter Mollison. There's the 1-0. Way outside, 2-0.
Comes and visits and brings somebody with him.
Mollison moves in from center field. 2-0 the count. The pitch. Bent that one over. It's a strike call, 2-1.
Sometimes you got to throw that breaking ball, slow yourself down a little bit.
2 balls and a strike and another. Outside, it's 3-1. Three balls and a strike on Connor. Mollison from the stretch to the plate. Look out, up and in. Bases loaded with 1 out after another walk. A big opportunity here for River Ridge, and Aiden Morrill will have that chance. Or will it be Morrill? That was going to be a pinch hitter, it appears. Jax Faubacher is going to get the bat and get the opportunity here with the at-bat. Jax Faubacher will bat for Morrill. Right-handed hitter Faubacher at the plate. Pitch on the way. Down and out, 1-0. Of course, Tommy watching intently.
Big, strong legs on this kid. He's not very tall, but he's put together.
First at-bat of the summer for Jax. And that's back to the netting, but it's Karam's right back to the catcher. No advance, and it's 2-0. If you're Faubacher, you probably want to look at a pitch here after those.
Yeah, I would think.
I was actually at John Curtis Christian School this morning visiting with the patriarch, JT, who's standing in the dugout on the Curtis side. Swing and a miss through the fastball by him. So much for taking. It's 2-1.
Yeah, he taking a hack is what he's taking.
Horsey hack, man. Let her go, man. Start the hands. Let her fly.
I don't get very many bats.
Pull a rib cage, man.
I'm not getting cheated.
2-1 the count on Jax Faubacher. Bases loaded. The pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. He might have chased one there. A little bit anxious. And the key here is to put the ball in play, and that's what Jeff Curtis is encouraging him to do.
Yeah, you can't have a strikeout with bases loaded, 1 out. Can't have it. You got to put the ball in play.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Here it is. Look out. Back to the backstop. Runner's going to come home. He's going to make it. And everyone else advances. A big insurance run makes it 2-0 on a wild pitch by Mollison.
Yeah, your rule of thumb in a small park like this is it's got to go sideways.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're telling your players on third base. Hey, it's got to go sideways. Their park, they should know that, and I'm sure they do. And that one did go sideways, so he was able to score easily.
Run is charged to Bordas. Still responsible for the runners. The one at third. Mollison responsible for the run at second. The pitch. He's chased ball 4 and strikes out. So that's a big, wild pitch to get a run home. So the hitter couldn't put the ball in play. 2 outs, and here's Gavin Leday, who's been hit by a pitch and walked. Base hit could play 2. Takes a hit with 2 outs. The pitch. Outside a ball.
Yeah, 4 runs will play big this late in the game, going into the 6th. So this is a big at-bat.
That is a strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Got a call on a pitch that did not look to be in the zone. It's 1-2. Again, the outside corner is the one he likes.
It is. And he gets that one right there.
And if you're a pitcher, you take advantage of that. 1-2 the count.
Go right back there.
Swing and a miss. Chase the high heat inning over. So a couple of strikeouts from Mollison gets him out of any further damage. A run scores in the inning on a hit with an error. And the Patriots strand 2 more. They've left 9 men on base in 5 innings and have a 2-0 lead after 5 over Rouse's Markets. Well, give credit to Mollison. He pitched himself out of any further damage there. Just limited it to 1 run. That was huge.
18 going to the mound. Then another pitcher.
So the Patriots going back to the field in the 6th inning. Caden Bittard back to the mound to work in his 2nd inning in relief of Colston Martinez. Bittard got out of a jam last inning, and he'll face bottom 3 schedule, but they've been hitting different people, so we'll see. It's going to be another different hitter here that's coming up. His number 5 is on deck. So we'll check that for you. That's going to be Cooper Bordas, who, of course, pitched earlier. So Bordas will get the at-bat.
Like I said, they're flipping them around.
Indeed. So here's Bordas at the plate.
Can't wait till the 7th to get something done. Trailing 2-0. Need to trigger an inning right here, and the leadoff man is the key.
Swing and a miss at a heater. Well, they've had the leadoff man on the last 2 innings, but could not score.
Well, they're down. Now that they're down 2, the bunt will disappear until they get 2 guys on.
0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt away. Evens the count at a ball and a strike.
They've been playing small ball the last inning.
1-1. Toward third. Oh, it caroms right off of Dufresne. The leadoff man's on again. Safe at first. So an error on the third baseman. Ball caromed to short, and Michoud made it interesting but couldn't throw him out.
He did. That was that was a nice play by Michoud, just to get it close.
So leadoff man is on with nobody out. Put it in play on the ground hard, and something good happens.
You get 1 on, you need to get the second guy on. Then you can go to bunting again.
So now you're going to get Bordas. That was actually, yeah, that was Parker Mayed who batted. So Mayed reached on here, and now Bordas will bat.
Gotta love summer.
Yeah, tell me about it. My scorebook doesn't love it very much. Want to know the count?
Well, that's your problem. We're going to be accurate.
You think? So Bordas at the plate. And it's 1-1.
That's a nice pitch right there.
Well, each team has turned a double play in this game.
They have.
Both well done.
E. White needs to find a way to get this guy on base, too.
Showed bunt, runner goes. The throw down, nobody's there. Miscommunication, they'll talk about it, but the runner's at second with nobody out.
You know what that was. Second baseman had the ball, was supposed to cover, and the bunt, once he showed bunt, he released, and the shortstop didn't take over and get to the bag.
So 2-0 now, or 2-1 now, pardon me. On a play. Two balls, two strikes. Runner in scoring position for the third time in the game for Rouse's Markets. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball struck him out looking. Front doored him, and that's out number one.
Nice pitch right there. Good tempo on it. Changed speeds. Fooled the hitter completely.
Now Brock Melancon, who has a base hit, and he's flying to center.
Well, Edie White needs to at least get a run.
Big swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-1.
They need to get this game back to a one-run game so they can do some things in the seventh.
Well, Melancon's hit the ball hard twice.
Well, he needs to miss the fielders this time.
1 for 2. Well, he did last time with a base hit. Here's the 0-1 pitch and a breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, and it's 1-1. Catcher, by the way, is Conrad Hebert now. Conrad Hebert is the catcher.
Nice block, Conrad.
Now the hitter steps out. Did he just call a ball? Umpires are going to talk. I don't think so. I'm not sure. Yeah, 1-1's the count. I was just checking on the count. That's what I had, 1-1. I was wondering why he stopped play. Was he? Yes, I think he just wanted to check on the count, make sure he was right.
See if the base umpires pay attention.
Toward third foul with the runner going, and now it's 1-2. As we said before, beginning of this game, both teams love to run, and they have run in this game.
He did that from flat-footed, though. You know, he wasn't working his feet and weren't moving. They'd had a chance to throw him out on that play.
1-2 the count. And bluffs to no avail. Breaking ball hit to first. Play will be to the bag, and unassisted, Goodrum makes the play for out number 2. On the play, Mayette to third. And now Colin Wagasback, who's grounded to third and grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. So twice he's hit the ball to Dufresne at third.
They really need to get this runner in to make this a one-run game. It changes everything that happens in the seventh. Of course, Curtis could change that in the bottom of the sixth, too.
Foul, that's 4-1.
Let's see if what the hitter's going to do. It's on top of home plate.
0-1. Breaking ball beat toward third foul. So Dufresne's on alert. He's already had 2 balls hit to him by this hitter, and he's had 2 balls hit in this direction here. It's 0-2.
Well, it stands on top of home plate, gets out early. Right there, you got a curveball. They rolled over. Let's see if he busts him inside with a hard fastball.
No balls, 2 strikes. Fastball crowds him.
So he tried
the letters.
Left it up.
It's 1-2.
Yep.
1-2, and you follow that up with a curveball on the ground, outside half. If you trust his catcher.
And the 1-2 pitch from Batard. Missed down and out.
Location, different pitch.
So it's even at 2-2. 2-0 lead for River Ridge here in the top of the 6th inning.
Don't want to go 3-2. Here it comes, right down the heart.
On 2-2, here it is. And a swing and a line drive caught by Dufresne. I said he'd better be on alert. He was, and he alertly snared it. And the inning is over. And in the inning, no runs and no hits with an error and a runner stranded. And that's 4 left for the Cardinals, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It remains a 2-0 lead for River Ridge. Couldn't hit the ball any harder there.
No, and interesting game for Dufresne down at third, too. He's had 4 plays that were real nice plays, and he's kicked 2. So he's got plenty of action going down there.
Mm-hmm.
But right there, he's big, tall, lanky, and he full extension right there on his arm to get to that ball. That's me. That's in left field. Playing 2-1. But he's able to get to that and end the inning. Keep it a 2-run game.
Mollison will go back to the mound to work into his 2nd inning. Bordas went 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He walked 3, struck out 4 as the pitcher of record in this one. Martinez and Batard have combined to shut out the Cardinals on just 1 hit. Hits have been scarce in this game, just 3 for the Patriots and 1 for the Cardinals.
Quite a few base runners, though, despite the lack of hits.
As mentioned, the Patriots have made it to the finals twice in this league's 3-year history, haven't won it. And Archbishop Rummel's, Malcolm Denis is the one team. They've made the playoffs all 3 years, but haven't won it.
Oh,
and the champions in the league, year 1, year 1 in 2022, Jesuit-based Retief Oil, the champion. Year 2, 2023, Lutcher-based Cypress Physical Therapy, the champion. Year 3, 2024, Brother Martin-based Case for Kids was our champion.
That Lutcher team was good.
All 3 of those teams went on to play for state championships and prep the following year,
Yeah,
2 of which won. So if you don't think this league helps in terms of development, think again.
Yep. That Lutcher team was good.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. On Jace Gonzalez, who's lined out, grounded out. Tapper, and that is a foul ball. And it's quickly 0-2.
Curtis right here looking for a tack-on run, something they can extend their lead over 2, make it a little bit more difficult. Easiest way to do that is find a way to get the leadoff man on.
Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. And a swing, a little looper toward right field. Second baseman out, and making the catch is Douglas for out number 1. And ball's not going to go anywhere in that direction.
Not tonight.
Really in no direction. Here's Kanamishu, who's walked, grounded out, struck out. First pitch, sails high.
One out. They're back to the top of the order.
And that is a strike. It's 1-1.
Then get a guy on. They like to run, and maybe they can work themselves into a 1-out run. Mishu would be the guy you'd like to get on.
1-1 pitch. Missing high and away. So it's 2 balls and a strike on Mishu.
Looking for his first hit of the day.
Here's the 2-1. And he hits it in the air to center. Playable. Mollison put it away. Or not Mollison. Mollison's pitching now. They have a new center fielder, of course. 2 gone.
Somebody.
Well, they've made a lot of changes, as
Yes,
you
they
know.
have. Yes, they have.
Throughout. If I could pick up the number, I'd be glad to let you know. Here's Keegan Linton to the plate, who is singled, been hit by a pitch, and he struck out. And the pitch, look out, it's up and in, and he was grazed by the pitch, and he'll trot to first, and that's the fourth hit batter of the game by Cardinal pitching. Linton to first base. Martinez to the plate.
This is a great chance to get a run right here. He's going to have to steal a bag, but Martinez has really been hitting the ball well.
First pitch, runner goes, pitch is high, throw down is not going to get him. A stolen base for Linton. Patriots still running well. That's 4 steals on the game.
Coach put the batter on.
The 1-0. Look out, he hit him in the helmet.
Oh, that's same as just as good.
I don't want to see anybody get hit in the helmet. So back-to-back hit batsman.
I thought he got him in the back, but
Looked like to me he got him up top. But that is 2 on now via hit batsman. And more trouble here. Yeah, got him in either the bottom of the helmet or the neck. Just watched it again. And we'll get a runner at first base. So first and second with 2 outs. Jeffrey Curtis with an opportunity here. He's walked, he's singled, and he's reached on a fielder's choice. He scored a run. 2 on, 2 outs. The pitch, down and out, 1-0. Runners break and a double, not a double steal, ball got away, so that's a pass ball on the runners to second and third.
that makes things a little bit easier. But lots of ways to get him in from third without a hit.
Here it comes. Outside, 2-0. Patriots trying to get to 3-1 in the Crescent City Sports Summer League. Look out, that's up and in. So Mollison's lost command here. It's 3-0. He's hit 2 in a row, and now he's 3-0. And these pitches are missing wildly to the right, to his arm side, crowding the right-handed hitters. And he got a ball outside this time. So he compensated, but he's away, and now a walk, and now the bases
Yeah, he really
are loaded.
He really took a stride. He really opened up on that.
Well, the Patriots have had all kinds of chances here. They have left 9 men on base in 5 innings. They got the bases loaded here again, and we'll get the runner at first. Wade will run. And it'll be Sean Goodwin, who's lined to left, and he's walked twice. He could possibly ice this one with a base hit here. Taking it away, ball 1. First things first, Mr. Mollison has to find the strike zone.
Yes, he does. And right now he's missing both sides.
Here's the 1-0. Got one over for a strike. It's 1-1. That ends the streak of bad ones.
Drew the breaking ball. That's what I thought he would do there.
1-1. In the air, right side. Right fielder, first baseman over, still being blown. It is the first baseman. He goes down and he doesn't catch it.
Foul
Just
ball.
a foul ball. Ball slicing away. It's just such a tough play. First baseman had to go a long way.
Yeah, and the right fielder didn't help him at all. He didn't go hard from the get-go.
So it's a life for Goodwin, and it's 1-2. Disappearing from view there.
Usually the guy who has the best angle on that's the second baseman. He didn't go at all.
And he got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out and got out of a big jam with no runs, no hits, with no errors, and 3 big ones left on base. So in 6 innings time, Patriots have left 12 on base. We head to the 7th. They still have a 2-0 lead over Rouse's Markets here in the Crescent City Sports Prep Summer League. Ken Trahan, Marty Luquette with you. And Marty, the Patriots have done the job on the mound. Just one hit allowed, and we'll see if they can possibly finish it off here in that fashion. I think we're going to have a new pitcher, too. For the Patriots, that's going to be Sean Goodwin, who's going to come on to pitch.
They've done
Goodrum.
Yeah, they've done a good job on the mound. It's the hitting right now.
Mm-hmm.
They just haven't been able to get any big hits with guys in scoring position, and they've had a ton of those. Plenty of opportunities, but weren't able to execute any of them. First run of the game was a errant throw.
And the Lord said, let there be light. Right?
And there was.
You went from very dark to very bright very quickly, right? That's a lot of varies there, but it's all good.
You want to see your scorebook?
Yeah, somehow I can see what I've got here now. So last chance for the Rouse's Market E.D. White Cardinal team. And it's going to be Mollis on the lead it off. So they're just hitting guys all over the place here.
Yeah. I told you he wasn't playing the high school reentry rules. He was just bouncing them around.
Fastball strike call from Goodrum. It's 0-1.
And since the umpires are not keeping lineup cards, that's usually an indicator that anything goes.
It's high and it's 1-1.
Got to have the first man.
In the air, right field. Right fielder, does he see it? He does, and he makes the catch for out number 1. We weren't sure just based on the way he put his arms out. But he saw it all the way, one gone.
He needs the light we have in here.
No doubt.
So he can see good.
Patriots are 2 outs away here. And let's see who bats now. We got to watch everything. This is going to be another different hitter. So we'll check that one out.
Number 20.
That would be Cole Baudouin. Cole takes it high, ball 1.
You better get those names right. You know, those mamas are watching at home.
Strike call, 1-1. And now 1-2. Baudouin. 1-2. Breaking ball beat on the ground. Past the pitcher to second base. Tough chance. Pick, throw, and got him. Round number 2. Good job by Gonzalez to come get it. And now the Patriots are an out away from a victory.
He thought about rushing it, and then he realized it was a big guy running down to first. Took his time, made a nice throw.
Luke Zarang will bat. He's 0 for 1. A swing and a drive to left hit. Well, left fielder back there, makes the catch. And this ball game is over as the Patriots have defeated the Cardinals by the score of 2-0 here this evening. What a job on the mound done by the Curtis pitchers, all 3 of them here tonight to finish this one off in great fashion as they were just outstanding all night long, weren't they?
They were, and threw a lot of strikes, put a lot of pressure on E.D. White's hitters, and played some defense. Made a few mistakes, but that's high school baseball. That's what makes this age group fun. But Curtis was able to scratch up a couple runs and make it count.
Well, they got it done, and forgot to send you down like I'm supposed to.
Oh, well.
You can still do it if you like. I just got caught up in all of this, so we'll get some quotes for our story Harrison will have later. We weren't able to go take care of that, but we'll get that done one way or the other. So the Patriots take care of business here. The River Ridge Patriots defeating the Rouse's Markets team based at E.D. White Catholic by the score of 2-0.
It was so dark up here, I didn't see the microphone over there on the far side.
It's got your name on it. You know what I mean? It's been hanging out here, just saying, "Hey, come see me when you get a chance, big boy."
Jeff's gonna wonder, hey, wait, how come I don't get an
Yeah,
interview?
where you gonna get? Exactly. I told him earlier, but what are you gonna do, man?
Tell him Marty forgot.
It's on me, buddy, all the way. So, no worries about that. Let's give you the totals of the ball games. It's 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 12 left for River Ridge, and for Rouse's Markets. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 4 men left on base. The winning pitcher is Colston Martinez. He went 4 strong innings, no runs, and 1 hit, and he gets the win. He's 1-0 as a result. The losing pitcher was Cooper Bordas in relief for E.D. White. He drops to 0-1. The game took an hour and 43 minutes to play, and the John Curtis-based River Ridge Patriots win it by the score of 2-0 over the E.D. White Cardinals from Rouse's Markets here this evening. Marty, just a well-pitched game by the Patriots here.
They did. They just pounded it. They allowed the defense to play. They played good defense. They made a couple errors, but they made some great plays too that kept themselves in the position to win the game. And it was just a good, solid win by a really good team.
Yeah, you got to like the pitching. You got to like the way they just attack the strike zone. I mean, if you throw strikes, you give yourself a chance. Only 2 walks in the game. That's what you're looking for, right?
Exactly. And on E.D. White's side, they're going to go home saying, "Man, we had our chances. Mm-hmm. We didn't throw enough strikes, and we got ourselves into bad spots. But we also pitched out of a lot of those innings, and leaving 12 on was a lot. But they did. They stayed in the game. They had their opportunities. They could have scored in the 6th when they had a guy on 3rd. That would have helped them in the 7th, but they never put a guy on, so it really was no opportunity to rally.
So victory tastes sweet for the River Ridge Patriots, who win it by the score of 2-0. They improve to 3-1 in the Crescent City Sports Summer League, and Rouse's Markets drops to 1-2 with the defeat. I want to thank our friends at Lamarck Motor Company. I thank our friends at Thibodeau Regional for their support. Gibbs Construction as well. We can't do it without you all. We thank you very much. And Marty, we always enjoy doing it with you. I hope you had a good time here tonight.
Oh, I love coming out here. I love high school baseball, and I just enjoy being a part of this. So thank you again for letting me be a part.
Well, we want to thank everyone for being part of this tonight. We thank our friends for watching, joining. Watch it free all the time, live and via replay through CrescentCitySports.com. Thanks for joining us, and stay with Crescent City Sports for daily coverage of the Crescent City Sports Prep Summer League. For Marty Luquette and our entire Crescent City Sports production team, I'm Ken Trahan, saying so long from Harahan Playground. Once again, your final score was the River Ridge Patriots 2 and Rouse's Markets 0. Thank you for joining us, and be a good sport, and God bless you one and all. We are rounding third.